everybody! Happy Friday! So I wanted to call this Free Coaching Friday, but I quickly learned that Facebook doesn't like when you say free. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'll call it like Complimentary Coaching Friday. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to do some free coaching right now. I get a lot of questions in my inbox, and I'm always asking you guys questions on my posts, and you guys are so great about engaging and giving me what you're going through. So tonight I'm going to be talking about how to stay motivated. And I feel like that's something like all of us can relate to, whether we are in business or we are on a fitness journey or whatever. It's so hard to stay motivated. Maybe you're a student, man. Oh man, I remember the days of trying to stay motivated to study. That was not easy. So I'm going to share with you guys 11 tips to staying motivated. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Brittany Budd. I empower women to build confidence and create success by giving them the tools and resources they need to elevate their minds so they can elevate their lives. So let's talk about motivation, because like I say, everybody kind of struggles with it. And I feel like motivation is just one of those things. It's fleeting, right? Like a little story here, or like a cute quote there, or like a pep talk from somebody, or a great video that motivates you. But then you might get a couple of days of motivation if you're lucky. Usually it only lasts for a few hours, and then it's kind of worn off, right? I know I'm not the only one who has felt that way. So my tips for staying motivated: number one, you guys, make sure that money is not your actual goal. Okay, because we all know, everybody sounds like, oh, money can't buy you happiness, blah, 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 blah. But money, yes, it can do a lot of things for us, but when we focus too much on, well, I just want money, I'm just looking for money, I just want to make some money, it's very, very hard to stay motivated because we're not emotionally connected to money. And we are emotionally connected to what money can give us, right? So if you're, when I first started my network marketing company, my goal, dollar bills. I wanted money, right? That's not going to sustain you. That's not going to keep you motivated. You have to look beyond the money. So number two, what are your goals? Let's go deeper than money. One game that I like to play with my clients, I call it the 5 whys. And when people say things to me like, I want money, I say, why? Well, here's an example. Well, I want money because I want to be able to take my kids on trips. Why? I ask them why 5 times so I can really get to the root of their issues. Why do you want to take your kids on trips? Because I never got to go on trips when I was a kid. Well, why? Well, because my parents couldn't afford it. So, you kind of dig deeper. So if money is your main goal, ask yourself why 5 times, okay? So you can really get at the emotion and the root of what money is solving for you, okay? Make sure that these goals that you've set out are your own. This big thing going on right now is this big college scandal. Becky, man, Full House. Those girls, those moms paid a bunch of money, did a bunch of illegal stuff to make those girls go to school, and they didn't even want to go. Those girls were going to make someone else happy. Are your goals to make someone else happy? When I first started university, which, was not my goal. I started out in business, and I did it to make my dad happy. Whether he knows that or not, I'm not going to put all that pressure on him, but I knew he wanted me to take business, so I took it. And in my second year, guess what? I wasn't motivated. I flunked out of university, you guys, taking business, which is hilarious because now I'm a business coach. But it's just like the funny things that happen in life, right? It's part of my story. Remember the big picture. You know, like I said, connecting to those emotions. I'm a huge fan of vision boards, but I'm not really a huge fan of like clutter. So I don't actually have like a board that I like scrapbooked. I personally really like using apps like a Pic Collage app or like a layout app and grabbing awesome pictures of things that I want in my life and my goals off of like Google and Pinterest and things like that, making a cute little graphic, and that is the background on my phone. So I have that visualization. Every time I look at my phone, you guys, how often are we looking at our phones? Every time I look at my phone, I see those goals. So for me, like last year, I did this huge goals list. I had a picture of Heather Quizzle because I wanted to be in her Solid Gold program. And you know what? I did that. I had a picture of Disney World. You know what? I just did that. I took my kids over Christmas and New Year's to Disney World. That was one of my goals. I did it, but I saw it every day. And not only with just visualization, you know, this has to do with the law of attraction, you guys. So when you're visualizing these goals that you have for yourself, like take a moment to really settle into what you're looking at in your mind's eye. Okay, feel the emotions that you would be feeling if you already accomplished these goals and had these things. You would feel joy, you'd feel, you know, pride, accomplishment, you'd feel gratitude. Take a moment to feel those feelings and feel those emotions as if you have already done it. Because like I said earlier, when you can connect with emotions and feelings, it's so much easier to connect with your goals. And when you have an emotional connection with your goals, so much easier to stay motivated. Next one. Sometimes our goals are really huge, right? And sometimes they can be totally overwhelming. Like maybe you're like, I want to make $1 million. And then you have no idea what to do. I like to say, eat the elephant one bite at a time. You want to make $1 million? Let's reverse engineer the action steps that you need to take to reach those goals. And if they seem too big, make them smaller and just keep making those action steps small enough so you can look at them and go, hot damn, I can do this, right? Maybe you want to grow your network marketing business, or, you know, okay, let's use that as an example. Maybe you want to get like 100 people on your team. How are you going to do that? It doesn't need to be scary or overwhelming. How are you going to do that? You need to talk to people. You need to do events. You need to be posting. It's easy if you break it down into actionable, easy to chew steps that you can do every single day. Same with going to the gym. You want to lose 10 pounds? What are you going to do? It's not just going to fall off because it's your goal. You need to make easy action items to lose the weight. Are you going to go to the gym? Are you going to go on a diet? What are you going to do? And if you struggle with that, most people do struggle with that, like hit me up. This is what I do all day. This is my zone of genius. I love reverse engineering action plans, so I'm happy to help you. Surround yourself with positivity because we absorb the energy of others. I've talked about this before, you know. If you're surrounding yourself with negative people, if you're a super positive person, but you're hanging out with 2 or 3 people and they are being super negative and down in the dumps, it is so hard to keep that level of positivity, isn't it? But let's say you're feeling down in the dumps and you get around 2 or 3 people that are like really positive, they're in great moods, they're feeling a lot of joy, they're feeling a lot of gratitude. Don't they raise your emotions and your vibrations so that you feel better? You feel more positive? Totally. So surround yourself with positive people. Also, be really super hyper aware of the other things that you're surrounding yourself with. What are you watching on TV? Is it positive or is it drama and negative? I really have to personally, because I'm an empath, I have to guard myself. So I have to stay away from the news. Like I only just heard about this whole like Boeing 747 crashing thing like 2 days ago, but it happened like 3 or 4 days ago. I can't handle that stuff, so I have to guard myself. You guys, be aware of what triggers you. The music we listen to. You know, I like dancing. Don't get me wrong, but if you're only listening to music that talks bad about women or talks bad about men and, it's kind of negative and not very fun to listen to, maybe don't listen to it. Like, maybe switch gears and listen to something different. What are you reading? Of course, it's great to be reading. I love reading. But are you reading things that don't make you feel that great? It's just kind of entertaining for a moment, but it doesn't make you feel that great after a little while. And you're kind of like, man, like, I can't stop thinking about that. Surround yourself with positive people. Surround yourself with positive influences, and you can absorb that positive energy. Write it out. So one thing that I have really learned as a person that has dealt with anxiety is when we have a thought or, an action plan or a goal, if we don't write it down, our brains panic that we're going to forget. And so we just repeat these things over and over and over again. Like, I was running out of contact solution. So all day today I was like, I have to go to the store and buy contact solution. I have to go to the store and buy contact solution. It just ran through my brain all day long. But if you write it down, it's a physical response that sends a message to your brain saying, this is written down, you can let it go. So if you are stressing about, I gotta do these posts, or I gotta message this person, that person, whoever, write it down, you guys. Just write it down. Put it on paper so your brain can let it go. And that's just a huge weight lifted off of your shoulders. And now you also are more organized that way, right? It's on paper. I can cross it off when I'm done. And then ta-da. Let go of control. They kind of go together, right? We have no control over other people. We don't always have control over our circumstances. You only have control over how you act. So you want to stay motivated and in your zone and in your lane. Let go of the control that you feel that you need to have on these situations. I hear pros and cons about this one. Having an accountability buddy. What do you guys think about an accountability buddy? So some people are in the school of thought that if you share with others, then it holds you accountable, right? I know for me, let's say like you're on a weight loss journey, right? You gotta do your weigh-in and you gotta tell everybody every week how much you weighed. Well, because you have to tell people what your weight was, or maybe you're even getting weighed in front of people, doesn't that motivate you? Doesn't that motivate you to do the right steps, eat the right things, be active and do all that? Because you don't want to tell everybody, well, I gained weight this week. You want to be like, yeah, like I'm down a pound, or I'm down 5 pounds, or whatever, But there's also a school of people that say, don't tell people what you're up to. Just keep it to yourself. Keep your head down and work. I see both sides. So I want to encourage you guys to explore both sides. I don't necessarily think that you need to tell the world what your business is, but I do totally see the benefit of getting 1 or 2 people to be an accountability buddy, someone that's doing the exact same thing as you, someone who is positive that you can spend your time with, who's going to encourage you, who's going to give you the tough love, and who's going to support you and cheer you on your journey, and you can do the same with them, okay? When you're feeling overwhelmed, when you're feeling stuck, when you're feeling like quitting, I want to encourage each and every one of you guys, sit back for a few minutes in silence and think about why you started in the first place. I'm not talking goals-wise, I'm talking like, what were you feeling? Were you thinking, I'm going to do this because I want to help people? I want to do this because I want to feel better about myself. I want to do this because I want to feel more joy in my life. Or maybe you're looking for more freedom to do the things you want to do. Reconnect with what caused you to start in the very first place. Okay? If you're anything like me, this next tip is so important. So I am one of those people that once I hit a goal, I'm like, oh, sweet, on to the next. I don't celebrate anything. And that's terrible. It's really hard to stay motivated when you're sucking all the fun out for yourself, am I right? So you guys, celebrate the little wins. Now that you've taken that elephant, you know, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Now that you've taken that big elephant and you've chopped it all up into bite-sized portions, celebrate when you cross those off. I'm not saying you need to have a party. I'm not saying you need to go out and have a fancy, expensive dinner. Get a cupcake. Get a bottle of wine. Like, get a bubble bath. Get a massage. It doesn't really matter. But take time to enjoy the process, because that's what it is, you guys. Every day is just a new part of the process. And if you're not celebrating when you can cross one of those crappy tasks off those lists, or you've achieved a small goal on the path to the big goals, you're not going to have any fun. You know, you're waiting to celebrate until you get to the top. That's no fun. So celebrate in those small wins. Like I say, it doesn't have to be a big celebration, but give yourself a break, give yourself grace, give yourself a pat on the back, and just enjoy those little wins so that it's actually fun for you. You know, I've seen, I talked about school earlier. You've probably seen these like on Pinterest or whatever. These people have their textbooks open and they have like a gummy bear on every paragraph. It's like, when I'm done this paragraph, I'm gonna eat this gummy bear. You know, just something like that. So you can say, okay, like I'm full of gummy bears, but I got that done. Lastly, you guys, consistency is key. And I know, I get it. It is so hard to be consistent. I totally understand that. But like, let's break it down, okay? Consistency is small action steps done every single day. It takes 21 days, so only 3 weeks, which can maybe feel a little daunting to some of us, but it only takes 21 days to start building a habit, okay? So maybe it's going to the gym. Maybe it's doing reach outs for your business. If you can do a little bit every day for 3 weeks, now you've built a habit. It takes 90 days, so 3 months, and now you've built a lifestyle, okay? That habit is more ingrained in your mind, and you are into a lifestyle. Going to the gym every day, that's part of your lifestyle. Doing reach outs every day, that's a part of your lifestyle. Maybe you're doing videos every day, that's now part of your lifestyle. It's starting to get ingrained in you. And you know, if you're a workout person or a weight loss person, you know, you might start to notice the differences, but not everybody does. Or maybe people are noticing it and you're not, because it's your own body, you're seeing yourself every day. Can you just wait a minute, please? It takes 6 to 8 months for massive traction to start happening. So I'm talking, you know, weight loss. Maybe you're trying to grow your business. Let's say you're doing reach outs every day. 6 to 8 months, now you're making traction. 6 to 8 months of doing videos every day, now you've got some traction going on. People are looking for you every day. Build it up, you guys. It doesn't have to be hard. And I know it's not easy to stay motivated. But if you can do these 11 things, it will surely help you. And you'll be on your way to your goals in no time. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Feel free to share with anybody that you think would benefit from it. Tag a friend in the comments, whatever you want. Like I said, if you're looking for an accountability buddy or you're looking for someone to help you eat the elephant, my mastermind starts next month. I still have a few spots left, but they're mostly getting gobbled up here. So send me a message and I will get you into my group. So I hope you guys have an awesome weekend and I'll see you later. Mwah.